Good day everyone and welcome to Exile News, the weekly show that brings you all the important news and informations on Path of Exile. And the first news we got this week has been the introduction post to the new 4 Pale Council uniques, and you can see them all here. It's pretty much one unique per slot, so gloves, armor, boots and an helmet. Although they have completely different stats and they are available for completely different builds, they actually are going to look like a complete set, so you can transmog them if you want, and it looks pretty cool. The only thing that's not really cool here is the shadow face, which is pretty old by now. But anyway, that's another thing for another day. The thing is, these 4 uniques has been designed by Rishi, at least he contributed to it. He's the guy who made the Cloak of Defiance back in the days, and he also made this post explaining where this unique come from, how they started with the idea and why they actually made it. So basically it's because the Pale Council needed to be a little bit more rewarding, because it takes a while to access it, unless you're buying keys of course, but still. And so they decided to make 4 new uniques, and every unique is themed about one of the guys who actually give you 1 key to access the Pale Council, and they all do kind of interesting things. For example, let's just look at the armor here. It has Summon, Bestial, Snake skill, and the snake can change into a Roa, can change into a Ursa, but still you summon a bestial animal, and you have a lot of things, a lot of bonus while it's active, and you can definitely build around these items, which is the most interesting part. So if you are actually interested in reading everything, I'll put the link in the description below as usual. Other than that, the second news we got this week is a bit of a tip and progress, you can say, from GGG about the Harbinger language. So it's not been deciphered totally yet. However, some people have started a way of actually understanding it, and the point is, these blocks here kind of represent a word or a concept. For example, like this symbol here is lightning, so it can be lightning damage, it can be Herald of Thunder, it can be something like that, right? So that's the core concept. And the other part is that these symbols over here are like connectors between the words. So that's pretty much how people have started to think this works, and GGG kind of acknowledged that right now, because they came out and said there are a couple of symbols that are kind of impossible to understand. So they said this one over here is the god of domination, which the Harbingers seem to have some connection with, and there's no way people could guess this. Also the spiral maybe could have been guessed, but still it's about the beast, because you might notice in game that there are creatures under the beast influence, and around these zones there are these spiral symbols. So that's something to add to your gameplay if you never thought about it. And also GGG said that when arranged in a specific order, the flavor text of the Harbinger unique items tells the history of the Harbingers, so you can actually discover more of the lore by understanding the language and putting it into the right order. And also you will understand why the Harbingers came to Rayclass. So I love how GGG kind of puts a game within their game to give people more stuff to do, because there's actually people who would rather discover and decipher this thing than play the game, and this is actually there for them. So props to GGG for actually creating something this interesting within their own game. Also, we got the winners of the well-dressed Exile competition, and you can see this is the top 1 winner, which will become an Exile. You might notice, and I don't know if this has been something that GG wanted to show without saying it, but it's mostly challenges microtransaction, because this is the prophecy weapon, the prophecy footprints, and then it's the blue Seraph armor set, which was a lot of time ago for the softcore leagues, and there is the back attachment for I don't remember which leagues, but still. And the only boat microtransaction here is the Ice Skull. So you can see you can still make some pretty interesting things with just challenges reward. And personally, my very favorite one is definitely this one. Looks extremely cool. But anyway, congratulations to everyone who actually participated and to everyone who won. It's been fun. I'm sure GGG had a lot of time that they needed to actually allocate to look at the million submissions that were made here. So glad to see that the community actually participated in that, and this is the new Chaos Orb t-shirt that's going to be in the store in the future, or not right now. For now it's going to be just to the winners. So congratulations again. And we also got a build of the week. So this is the 7th season, and this is the first episode, of course, with Bex narrating it, and it goes with a kind of beginner build, although I'm not sure how beginner that is. But basically it's a witch and it's a necromancer which uses 7 auras, reserving all of her mana and using some energy shield with Eldritch Battery to actually cast things. And it uses skeleton mages, which are pretty damn strong apparently. And it clears pretty fast, moves pretty fast, is pretty safe. You have only to summon skeletons and use your offerings. So it's pretty nice. Definitely check the video out. Even if you know how the build works, you might discover something. And I'm really glad this is back in business, because it's really good to see various different builds when maybe you don't have the time to follow all of the streamers around. And I guess that was all for this week. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment down below. Also, if you want to remain updated every week, be sure to subscribe to my channel. So that was all. I've been your host Giorgio, and I'll see you guys the next time.